Trial time! Let's go have a trial. It contradicts some lying lawyers.
December 26, 9:44 a.m. District Court Defendant Lobby number 2.
Karma! That's right. Manfred von Karma. He's the best prosecutor there is. He hasn't lost a case in his 40-year career. He's a god of prosecution, right? A god.
Not a single case?
He'll do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. Sounds like someone else I know, Edgeworth. You don't understand. I mean, he'll literally do anything. Manfred von Karma is a man to be feared. That's quite a claim coming from someone who forges evidence. He taught me what it really means to prosecute. What? This picture of a prosecutor as vicious as me, multiplied by a factor of 10.
Ugh. So, he was your teacher then, Mr. Edgeworth?
Something like that.
And now he's trying to get you found guilty? What a creep. Oh, wait. Maybe he's planning on losing on purpose to help you out.
Not a chance. He hasn't lost once in 40 years. 40 years. He's as ruthless as me times 20.
That's pretty ruthless.
Like I said, he's a god among prosecutors. I guess that's something like Mia was to me during that one case. Speaking of Mia, Maya?
Uh-huh.
We could really be using Mia's help right now, don't you think?
Oh.
Huh?
I can't. Sorry, I tried. I really tried, but I couldn't reach.
You couldn't reach?
I think it's because I haven't been training. My powers are weak again.
Oh man, what bad timing.
I'm really sorry. I'll try my best.
I sure hope so. What are you whispering about? Oh, it's nothing. Just trying something to ghost. Well, it's time. Let's head in.
December 26th, 10 a.m., District Courtroom number 3.
Court is now in session for the trial of Mr. Miles Edgeworth. If defense is ready, Your Honor. Mr. Von Karma? Is the prosecution ready? Fool. You seriously think that I would stand here were I not completely prepared? Right, my apologies. He's even got a judge scared. Very well, your opening statement, please. Decisive evidence. Decisive evidence. What else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. That should be fine. Prosecution may call its first witness.
What is this guy? Is he royalty or something?
How am I supposed to fight against this? I call it effective, the detective in charge of this case. Detective Dick Gumshoe. Okay, Gumshoe's first. Let's see how this goes. Describe the incident. Now. Yes, sir. Detective Gumshoe looks nervous. Please take a look at the map. A murder happened late Christmas Eve, around midnight. There was one boat in the middle of the lake. There were 2 men on the boat. Now there happened to be a woman camping here on the edge of the lake. At 12:10 she heard 2 pistol shots. Then the boat started to move. It went towards the boat rental shop.
Overhead map of Gourd Lake added to the court record.
Testify to the court about the arrest. Now. Wait, Mr. Von Karma. Yes. Actually, I'm the one who's supposed to be handling these proceedings. wrong.
Shake my leg.
There's only one thing you need to do here. You will slam down your gravel and say the word guilty. That is your role. Yes, of course, you're quite right. No, he's not! A man called into the station around 30 minutes after midnight. We had to steal the crime as fast as we could. That's where we found Edgeworth. Now, I didn't suspect him of anything at all, but the next morning a body was found in the lake, so we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. I see. Very well. Begin your cross-examination, attorney. Now. That's just sad. You received a call from a man? Yep. Well, you said there was a woman camping there. She was one who heard the 2 gunshots, right? Hey, I got his voice now. That woman and the man who called in the report are 2 different people, obviously. Different people? There were 2 witnesses? Their testimonies were quite similar, however. Today I've summoned a woman who was camping. A woman who was camping, not a her. What happened next, detective? How long was it between receiving the report and your arrival at the lake? Well, I'd say it was about 3 minutes. That's pretty fast. Our motto for the month is, get there quick. Detective, you will refrain from casually revealing department secrets. Yes, sir. Sorry, sir. I look forward to your next year's salary review. So much to look forward to these days. This is no time for dejected daydreaming. Continue! Yes, sir. What was Mr. Edgeworth like when you saw him then? Well, from what I saw, he looked pretty relaxed. Not like a murderer at all, really. Detective! The court requires the facts, not your opinion. How many years have you been in the force? Facts only, detective. Hard, cold, objective facts. Yes, sir. Man, he's got a share of objections. Why do you think he was suspicious? You should know, we have a deep, trusting relationship with the prosecutors. Detective, the court isn't interested in your music. Deep? Trusting? Poppycock. I've never heard so many flippant comments from an active detective on the force. Detective Gumshoe doesn't look so good. Continue. Now. Did you find any clues on the body? A single bullet was cut from the body. He was shot to the heart, fatally. Judge, here's the bullet. It didn't strike bone, so its shape is well preserved. Very well, the court accepts this bullet into evidence.
A bullet found in the victim's body, fired from a .22 caliber pistol.
So we had to arrest Mr. Edgeworth. Why is that? Well, we found a murder weapon in the boat. A murder weapon? A pistol. Detective Gumshoe, that is a vital piece of information. Please revise your testimony. Right, sorry, Your Honor. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. The murder weapon is not decisive evidence? They made it revise the testimony, so clearly I have to contradict something here. The murder weapon we found in the boat was decisive evidence. What's he talking about? What about the pistol made it decisive evidence? Tush, tush, tush. Ah, he has the same evil laugh as Edgeworth. There were fingerprints on the pistol found in the boat. They were clear prints from Mr. Edgeworth's right hand. What? Order, order. So Mr. Edgewood's fingerprints were found on the murder weapon? Yes, Your Honor. Judge, this is the weapon in question. Accepted into evidence. Members of the court, we now have the pistol used in the murder and the bullet found in the body. Detective. Yes, Your Honor? Was the bullet found in the body fired from this pistol? Yes. The ballistic markings on the bullet match the pistol.
Hey, Nick. What does he mean, ballistic markings?
Shocking. To imagine someone here doesn't know something as basic as ballistic markings.
Nick, he's glaring at me.
Very well, I'll explain. Actually, Judge, you do it. Me? Ballistic markings are like the fingerprints of a gun. The barrel leaves distinctive marks in each bullet it fires. You can examine these ballistic fingerprints to see which gun fired the shot. It's quite accurate. Indeed. This leads to one inevitable conclusion. The bullet found in the victim's heart was without a doubt fired from this pistol. This pistol, which, as you may recall, was covered with the defendant's own fingerprints.
No way, man, you totally did it.
Order! This is bad. This makes it look like Edwards did it. Well, Judge, I'd say it's almost decisive. Yes. Honestly, I could declare a verdict at this point. However, you wish to hear the witness speak, no doubt. Very well. I am somewhat fatigued, and so I will take a brief break. I will call my witness after the recess, which will last 10 minutes. Judge! Yes? What are you doing? A 10-minute recess! Now! But wait, just bang your flimsy gavel and get on with it, man. Yes! This court will take a 10-minute recess. Who's running this court anyway? Edward, what's going on here? Your fingerprints were on the murder weapon? And that foggy photo makes one thing clear. The only one who could have shot that man was the person in that photo. Who? Was that you in the boat? Yes, it was me. What? But you must believe me, I did not shoot him. Then who did? I don't know. You don't know? Weren't you right there? I heard a gunshot from very close by. Then the other man fell from the boat. I can't say why, but I thought at the time that he had shot himself. You mean it was a suicide? That's the only explanation I can come up with. Huh? How am I supposed to convince anyone of that? Say, Maya.
Huh? What? I have a line?
Any progress with Mia?
Oh, you want my sister. Sorry, it's no good.
Ugh.
I know. You just have to put up with me. No good for anything, am I, Nick? If I can't call my sister, I might as well not be here, right? Yeah, you're useless.
No, of course not. I need you here. I can see you're always trying to help out. Even if you don't actually help, it's the thought that counts, right?
It's okay, Nick. You don't have to make me feel better. I don't know anything about trials or defense.
I mean, I know about as much as you do.
What's more, I'm a spirit medium who can't even contact spirits.
Oh, everyone has their days off.
I mean, I've just been getting lucky. Oh, sorry.
I mean, I've just been getting lucky lately. But you never know when my luck is going to run out.
Really?
Whoa, right. Don't jinx this case any more than it already is. Bad for my heart. Oh, sorry. Court is back in session. Mr. Von Karma, call your witness. Yes. Will Miss Lotta Hart take the stand? Lotta Hart, you are a research student at the university?
That I am.
Good. Begin by telling us what you saw the night of the incident. And don't add anything trivial or subjective. Understand?
Y'all need to learn some manners.
Understand.
Yeah, I understand.
Very well. Your testimony, please.
It was Christmas Eve, just after midnight, I reckon. I was in my car, then I heard this bang coming up from the lake. You know what I mean. When I looked out the window, I saw two gents in a boat. Then there was another bang. Then there was nary a thing on the lake but that boat. There wasn't nary a thing on the lake but that boat.
Enough.
Huh?
Judge, she happened to take a photo of the incident. This is that photo, accepted as evidence. Well, this is a surprise. This looks like the very moment of the murder. Order! I will remove people from this courtroom if I do not have the order immediately. As the witness testified, she looked at the lake when she heard the shot. There were no other boats on that lake. So the man in the boat with the victim must have been the one who shot him. Yes, it was the defendant, Miles Edgeworth.
With 3 exclamation points.
Order, order. I will have order. Well, Judge. The evidence is decisive. I have very little doubt about this case. Very well, this court finds the defendant. Excuse me? Wait, Your Honor. I haven't cross-examined the witness yet. For cross-examination. We have photographic proof. What question can there possibly be? This photo is worth 1,000 words and they all read guilty. You lose, or do you claim to have found a contradiction in their testimony? Very well. If you have to, you may cross-examine the witness. You will only flounder and ask meaningless questions. You will fail to find anything. And then I will have you held in contempt of court.
Nick, contempt?
Contempt of court, you know.
I guess I understand. Well, what are you going to do? Do you really think there was a contradiction with the facts in her testimony?
Nah, probably not. Honestly, I found nothing.
I don't know, I thought her testimony was strange. She was so vague about everything.
I bet Frank Karma probably fed her lines.
But if you don't cross-examine her, the judge will...
He'll bang down that flimsy gravel of his and declare Edward guilty.
I guess we'll just have to bluff it.
But if we mess up, contempt of court.
Hey, if we lose, we'll be held in public contempt.
Oh, right. I understand. I will cross-examine the witness. Tush, tush, tush. Very well. I pray for your sake. This isn't a waste of time. What is contempt of court? None of us know.
Nope. Read this before.
Just after midnight, you're saying. In other words, it was no longer Christmas Eve or Christmas Day.
Oh, yeah, yes?
I know you want to find contradictions, but really. I hope your next contradiction is a little more relevant to the trial. Witness, continue your testimony. Why are you camping there anyway?
I'm a research student at my university. I was taking pictures to use in my research.
What research? This all sounds suspicious. Let's put it in. Miss Hart, could you please be more specific about your research? Been camping by the lake have to do with this case? The answer is nothing. I object to this line of questioning. Objection sustained. Wait, no! I'm the one who says that! Well, then say it already. Objection sustained. Thanks for nothing, Your Honor. So you weren't looking at the lake at the time?
Nope. I looked after I heard that noise.
She said it already. I asked you to find contradictions, not leisurely chat with the witness. Could you clearly see the two men?
Just look at the pictures. Clear enough for you?
Uh-oh. Let's go. Wait a second. I wasn't asking you about the photo. I was asking if you saw the two men.
Yeah, well, of course.
The witness has testified that she saw them. There's also a photo. You'd best look elsewhere for your questions on the victims. He jumped in quick. He's hiding something. Are you sure about that?
Yeah, sure as a country gal could be.
That sounds pretty sure. Let's put it there. Why not? How come you're so sure?
Well, heck, I scanned the whole lake.
And the whole lake. That one sounds like she was more interested in the lake than the boat. It's hard, you. It's true, right? The witness has answered the question for. No need for further questions. Objection sustained. That's what I'm... Sustained! Yes, of course. Oh, great. What am I supposed to do now? There weren't any contradictions in there.
Sorry, Nick. If only my sister were here.
My taking is really hard. Aha! Found it! Right there. Wait.
Fired 3 times.
Yeah, but...
She only heard 2.
What's going on there?
Or not.
You're all dumb.
Press everything again.
The bang. Oh.
There we go, I guess.
I think we've heard all we need to hear, Mr. Wright. It seems you are unable to find a contradiction in the testimony worth noting. But Your Honor, I keep your promise. Mr. Wright, I'm afraid I will have to penalize any further offers by holding you in contempt of court. And if that happens, you'll have to leave the courtroom immediately. Understood?
Nick.
No,
Something.
But we can't say anything. What can I do? I believe we've covered the evidence sufficiently to make a decision. Then pass your judgment. Very well. Miles Edgeworth, please take the stand.
Hold it.
Who was that?
It was me. Hold it.
Maya? Is something wrong? Do you need to use the facilities?
No, I do not. Lotta Hart, your testimony stinks. It's unclear whether you were actually looking at the lake. It's highly doubtful you actually saw Mr. Edgeworth. Tell us the truth. This is a matter of life or death. Lotta, did you really clearly see Mr. Edgeworth that night? Did you see him
You will stand down. The court does not acknowledge the facts and outputs.
Answer me, Lotta. What's a big idea treating me like some kind of criminal? I saw him, I swear it. I saw Edgeworth.
Enough, Judge. Declare the defense and have the court. Yes, of course. I'm sorry, but you were warned. God, escort Mr. Wright out of the courtroom. He is in contempt of court and must leave. No.
Wait. I was the one who made the outburst, Your Honor. Nick is innocent.
Huh. What's the difference? All that remains is for the guilty verdict to be declared. Isn't that right, Mr. Phoenix Wright? No, it's wrong. Wrong? What? Did you hear what Miss Hart just said? She said she clearly saw Mr. Edgeworth. That was not in the testimony. That changes the testimony, and I have got to cross-examine her again. Order. You're in contempt of court. It's too late for wild claims. Judge, sustain my objection. I'm sorry, Miss Wright. I'm objecting now. What? Miss Lotta Hart has made a new testimony. defense does have a right to cross-examine her again. But here's a contempt of court!
No, I am! If you're going to arrest someone, arrest me. I already did it once.
Very well. My affair. You will leave the courtroom immediately.
Nick. I did what I could. You have to do the rest. Good luck.
Maya! Bye. I care not for this melodrama. Listen to me, Mr. Wright. I do not tolerate badgering my witnesses. I'm running out of time. I better find a contradiction here or else. Mr. Wright, begin your cross-examination.
That last statement. I saw it clear as day. The man on the boat was Edgeworth.
Is it? Oh, I don't know if I can find anything on that. I can't squander Maya's efforts either. Well, what about the other man? You cannot expect to be allowed to blithely ignore your promise, Mr. Wright. I believe you claimed there was a contradiction in the witness's testimony. Well, find it, if you can. Mr. Wright, I have to assign you a penalty. Ah, that's it. We're about to die.
Yep. I mean, it's simple. I mean, look at the... How could she have... It's all foggy and stuff.
Yeah, but this seems weird if I show it and it's wrong. Because everyone's an idiot. It'll be game over.
Well, the music stopped, so you're right.
Got you, Miss Hart. Finally.
What? You got what?
Look at this photograph.
The photo I took?
The very same. There's something I wanted to see in this photo. It's quite clearly visible. The fog, Miss Hart.
So?
This picture was taken with professional high-quality film, of course. Yet even it could not capture the faces of the men on the boat. Do you claim you saw Mr. Edwards? How?
What?
Mr. Wright has a point. That's why I told her not to say that in her testimony, please. Yet now she has said that, Mr. Von Karma. How could you possibly see Mr. Edwards? Explain yourself, Miss Hart. Could you see the defendant that night?
Of course. I said I could, and I meant I could.
Then please testify as to the circumstances of your sighting. That's it. I found that when he found a hole in Von Karma's carefully vague testimony.
How Edgeworth was seen. You're right, it was a cold night and the fog was thick as grits. Which are quite delicious, actually. I love grits. So, once I was finished setting up my camera, I got back in the car. Still, I brought my binoculars with me. When I heard that noise out on the lake, I took my binoculars. See, no problem.
You use binoculars. Very well. We'll begin the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. This one better be good.
You're gonna die.
So, how could you see Mr. Edwards?
Now, just hold your horses for a second. You hasty Yankee types never find a gal where I'm from.
First attorneys have trouble with that as it is. Nobody loves me. Your camera?
Yeah, it's starting automatic.
The issue we are concerning with here is Miss Hart seeing Mr. Edwards. The camera has nothing to do with it at all. Objection sustained. Oh, you're not letting her answer any of my questions. Binoculars?
Yeah, binoculars.
Yesterday you mentioned that you were out looking for shooting stars, correct?
Well, yeah.
Wouldn't you need a telescope, not binoculars, for that? I've got doubts about your camera, too. Was that really to take pictures of meteor showers? The camera is irrelevant to this case. You can't say that! Mr. Wright. Is the camera really relevant to this case? If you believe it is, you may continue with the silent questioning. But know this, if you find nothing with this, there will be consequences. Well, Mr. Wright, you will suppress prayers about the camera? Do we?
Honestly don't know. Your choice.
I'll come back to you. Ah. If there was a heavy fog, how would binoculars change all that?
What do you mean?
Even binoculars can't see through fog. But you say you completely saw him.
I did, yeah.
Enough! There was no room for doubt in the testimony. Let's try to click on this first. I'm gonna find a hole in the testimony was the last thing I can do. This is making it wicked time. You have no idea how right you are, Phoenix. The camera is of utmost importance, Your Honor. It is perhaps the key to this entire case. Therefore, I will continue with my line of questioning. Wow, maybe they went a little overboard there. Very well, Miss Hart, you will testify to the court about the camera.
Yeah, I hear you. The camera was set up to take pictures of a meteor shower.
You were photographing shooting stars? That is a lie.
Says who?
I saw the camera you set up yesterday. It was pointed directly at the lake. You have to point the camera upwards to take photos of the stars, Miss Hart.
Ooh!
Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? The witness was not at the lake to photograph shooting stars, Your Honor. Well then, what exactly was she photographing? Your Honor, it was this.
Yeah.
Miss Hart, this is what you were trying to photograph. What's this, a newspaper article? Gourdy. Oh, the sighting at Gourd Lake. Well, Miss Hart?
I never heard no lake monster. You got proof or something? Let's see you prove that I was down a lake trying to photograph this Gourdy.
Do we have proof?
I don't know.
You know as much as me.
I can't think of anything. Except that her camera's pointed at the lake, and also shooting stars don't make a big old noise.
Both of which can be said within showing the newspaper again, but I don't know if the people
Or showing the camera again.
But I just showed both of those.
Maybe it wants you to do it again, I don't know.
I say.
Mm-hmm.
I have it. Proof. Intriguing. Well, let's see it. And no joking on this time, please. Where's the proof? This.
Nope, you're wrong. Or maybe not.
According to this article, when Gourdy breaks through the water, it makes a loud sound. Yep. Which is why you set up your camera with that microphone. You had it set to respond to loud noises. And that's how you got this picture in the photo. Order. I see. I too thought it was a little strange. Yeah, sure. Well, Miss Hart? You were camping there to try and take a photo of Gourdy, weren't you?
Yeah. Not bad. Are all you lawyers that smart? So smart, boy. I was down there trying to photograph Gourdy. You got me. So what?
Huh?
That don't change what I saw, does it?
Exactly. Well, you just use several press minutes of what I'm to prove. It's nothing more than that the witness is an idiot who thinks monsters exist.
Hey!
But as she so succinctly put it, so what? The change is nothing. Not true. You hiding the whole thing about Gourdy for some reason, no. What could it have been? Whatever it is, I'm getting the bottom of this. Miss Hart, what to hide the fact that you were searching for Gourdy from the court? This is a vital testimony.
Right. fine. I'll testify. It won't change nothing, though.
Something will change. It has to, and I'm going to spot it.
Lotta's new testimony. Actually, I'm not a research student at a university. I'm an investigative photographer. Imagine what a scoop it'd be if I got a picture of that monster. That's why I was camping out by that lake. But that's all I was hiding. When I heard the bang, I looked right straight out at that lake. There wasn't much else to look at, so I just watched the boat the whole time. When I saw a flash near one of the men's hands, and I heard another gunshot. I was looking right at that boat the whole time. Crossed my heart and hoped to fry.
Well, Mr. Wright, you must cross-examine the witness. The witness's testimony is unchanged from before. Whether she is a research student or a photographer has no bearing on this case. There is no need to waste more of our time with another pointed cross-examination. I claim the defense is right to cross-examine the witness, Your Honor. But I'm probably up to something, I know it. Doesn't want me to cross-examine it because... Why? Was there a contradiction? Very well, you may begin the cross-examination. You seem sure of yourself. You must have something in your mind. Ha! That would be a first. Very funny. You understand that this is your last chance at the cross-examination, Mr. Wright? There is no problem with the testimony this time. We will let this witness leave. I will announce my verdict at that time, Mr. Wright. Understood? Yes, Your Honor.
Saving all the time, though we don't have to go through all of that again. I'm not sure I'm highfalutin enough to be called a man or of anything.
An investigative photographer?
You get your photo and sell it to the press. It's that kind of business. Hey, I was taking pictures at my sister's graduation last year. Guess what?
What?
There was a... What does that say?
UFO?
A UFO. Oh, yeah, I get it.
UFO.
There was a UFO just hanging in the sky.
A UFO.
You know, unidentified flying object, a UFO. That's when I had a sort of revelation. I knew I should become an investigative photographer.
I see. Kind of a shaky basis for a career. Is Gourdy really all that newsworthy?
Heck yeah! They even had him up on the TV.
I'm not sure that appearing on the local news rumor of the month segment qualifies. Last month's segment was Bigfoot sighted on Acorn Hill, I believe.
Hey, they also had a picture of him in the newspaper for real.
Mr. Wright, this is one foot I do not believe we can win. Let's keep on moving, shall we? Yes, Your Honor. That's where you put the automatic sensor on the camera.
Yep, borrowed it from a university professor. It analyzes every sound it picks up, and when it gets a bang...
It snaps the shot.
Yep.
How many pictures has it taken so far?
The only time the camera triggered was last night. And this afternoon when you put a party popper up to it.
I think this time you told us why you felt you had to hide your true purpose at the lake.
Because I thought you thought I was stupid. Heck, if word got out what I was up to, the lake would be swarming with competitors.
Competitors?
Yeah! Second-rate shutterbugs trying to steal my scoop.
Is that the only reason you were hiding the truth?
Well, actually.
Mr. Wright, I'll not have you ask questions with no relevance to this case. Whatever you say on camera, I know you told her to keep quiet. Exactly what sort of sound was it?
Well, I never heard one before, so can't say for sure, but it sounded like a gunshot. It was a lot sharper sound than I would have expected.
There wasn't much else to look at?
Yep.
I didn't observe the bank. She thought Gourdy was out there. I doubt she'd waste any time looking at the boat.
What? What did I do now? What are you giving me that look for?
Definitely suspicious. Maybe it's time for some evidence. Witness, continue. Go to the hush while we stop from getting there.
I hold you to hush. I'm getting there.
Was there nothing in the lake but the boat at the time?
Huh? Wait, so you're thinking maybe he was shot from some other place? I don't think so, no. The lake was smooth as glass and nobody was on the shore neither.
I really find some sort of contradiction in the testimony. I won't be able to beat my comment any other way, so it has to be something. It would be this one, right?
Sure.
You're not very good at this kind of game, are you? You never have any confidence at all.
Listen, I can't just be good at games, alright? It's not my brand.
This is logic.
Yeah, I
Has nothing to do
know.
with games. Use logic.
Hey. Stop. I can't be good at any game, okay? Doesn't matter what kind it is.
No.
Reload! The newspaper? Yeah. We're looking for Gourdy.
Were you really looking at the boat?
What's with you? Of course I was looking at it. It's the only thing out there. Any normal person would be looking at it.
I agree, any normal person would be. But you are far from normal.
What? Y'all want to step on over here and say that?
You were camping at the lake to take a picture with Gourdy. Think about it. What would you do if you heard a loud noise? You'd be scanning the lake for any sign of Gourdy, that's what. You wouldn't give the boat a second thought. Order, continue, Mr. Wright. You testified that you were watching the boat through binoculars. However, you wouldn't need binoculars to watch that boat. You needed them to search for Gourdy, and that's what you were doing.
That?
Well?
Well, now that y'all mention it, I did sort of take my binoculars and kind of scan the lake a bit. I mean, Gourdy might be out there and all.
Miss Hutt, are you saying that you were not watching the boat then?
Sorry, y'all. I wasn't fibbing, really. I thought, you know, I could be a witness to a murder and all. I kind of got excited. I was sure I was watching that boat till now.
This is totally uncalled for.
But hey, you got the photograph, you got proof.
Still, we can't see who is shooting who in this.
Right. That's why I took this photo and...
Witness, that's enough. You had a long day. Shut your pipe.
Shut my what?
What was she going to say? She took the photo and what? Wait a second.
Did the thing I said I was going to do before?
She even had a photograph to prove it, but you really can't tell from the photo who is shooting. That's why she said she's going to enlarge the photo. She said it'll drop the quality on mine, but it should let us know who's who. She even enlarged the photo. I want one comment to show it. I've got a hunch. I bet the enlarged photo shows something bad for Von Karma. This is my chance. For long though, it'll mean Christopher Edwards are worse. What should I do? Make it for the enlargement? Obviously, Von Karma tried not, so... Miss Hart, look at this photograph. You enlarged this photograph, did you not?
Yeah, I did.
Why has that enlargement not been presented to the court? Well, because it does not exist!
What are y'all talking about? You were the one who told me not to show it in court in the first place. You old fool.
What's the meaning of this, Mr. Von Karma? Miss Hart. Show the photo to the court. Show the enlargement. The prosecution objects to the submission of this evidence. Objection denied? The witness will show the enlargement to the court.
Here it is.
We still cannot see who is firing this. It could be the defendant, or maybe it's not. Regardless, I'll accept this as evidence. Happy now, Mr. Wright? It has to be something. You asked for the enlargement, you got the enlargement. A little good has done any of us. That's why I requested she not show it. I suppose this means the cross-examination is over, obviously. Now I would like to close the cross-examination, Mr. Wright. And none too soon. And none too soon. That was a flagging waste of time. Mr. Uncommon, do you have anything to add? I said everything I needed to when the trial began. Decisive evidence, a decisive witness, what else could possibly be required? Nothing, of course. I believe it's time to declare my verdict. Wait, not supposed to go like this. That's be included in this forest somewhere. This is bad. You're bad. What should I do? Dude! Stupid! Idiot! Judge! We have literally no confirmation. We have not proved it's Edwards at all! At all!
Yeah.
It was proved that the one person that the witness was unreliable. Your Honor, there's something decidedly strange in this. What might that be?
It doesn't look like either of them have hair.
Mr. Wright, you will show the court what you mean of what about this photo was strange. It was nothing.
The hand that the gun is shot with is not the hand that Edward used, I believe, is what they want that.
The shooter? I'm not sure I understand. What about the shooter's strange? Look at the hand holding the pistol, Your Honor. The hand? The hand directly contradicts another piece of evidence. This man's left hand does what? Let me show you. I'll show you the evidence that the left hand contradicts. Boom!
Edward's right hand.
The evidence is clear. The man in this photograph is holding that pistol in his left hand. However, the prints on the murder weapon were from Edward's right hand. There you go. The man shooting the pistol in the photograph is not Mr. Edwards. Now that everyone in the court has quieted down, I would like to reconvene the court of law. Mr. Wright. Yes, Your Honor? You have given us definite proof today. We now know it was not Mr. Edwards who fired the pistol that night. However, this leaves us with a rather large problem. If Mr. Edwards didn't do it, who shot our victim? Precisely. As we have seen, there were no other people in the lake that day. Who would the defendant could have shot the victim? Larry.
Yes.
When something stinks, it's usually the box.
Yep. It's Larry. Larry did it.
There's only one explanation remaining. The man who shot the victim was none other than the victim himself. Order, order. So you are saying that the victim committed suicide? Yes, Your Honor. I think of no other explanation. Indeed, that does seem to be the only remaining option. I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright, but suicide is out of the question. What? The examination of the victim's wound reveals the distance at which he was shot. Distance. The victim was clearly shot from further than a meter away. A meter? That's 3 foot. There was no way it could have been suicide.
There's a sniper.
Order, order. Mr. Uncommon, are you sure of the accuracy of your data? Of course. I'd already considered the possibility of suicide, you see. It wasn't the final updated report. I see. Very well, allow me to state my opinion. Considering the situation, the shooter had to be the defendant, Mr. Edwards. However, the prints on the gun revealed that the shooter was not Mr. Edwards. This is a conundrum. Therefore, I would like to suspend proceedings for this trial for the day. The court orders the defense and the prosecution to further investigate this matter. Understood? Yes, Your Honor. That is all. This court is adjourned. Phew, that was a close one. Hey, don't you have something to say? No, I have yet to be declared innocent, Mr. Wright. Well, yeah, but what happened out there on the lake anyway? If you didn't commit suicide, then who? She was about a meter away, too. What? Don't give me that look. I did not kill him. I was sitting around. Look, I'm gonna go check on Maya, of course. Right. What? Tell her something for me. What? Tell her to watch what she says in court. That's all. Would it kill you to just state how you really feel with a thanks sentence?
Yes.
I requisitioned the
He would
transcript of
die.
Lala's entire testimony. Thought it might give me some ammunition for the trial tomorrow. Of course, she didn't see the shooter, so the only part of her testimony that stood was that bang she heard. Alright, to be
To
continued.
be continued.
Let us wrap this up with a save
With a nice little bow.
and a click and a boom. Alright. This has been Tos Thos. Prevent the liar from testifying in court.
Yes.
And fight with the devil.
The devil.
The devil known as Von Karma.
Oh.
Alright.
Okay. Leave a like if you enjoyed. Subscribe.
And leave a comment. Because your words
Because
mean
I
a
like-
lot. As always, guys,
I like hearing from you.
have an awesome day.
Stay wait.
What?
No. Have an awesome day. I said the wrong catchphrase.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.